7 things you must do to prepare for your next job interview. If you're applying for a remote job or a position at a company headquartered far from home, you'll probably have a virtual interview, which presents a whole new set of considerations. How to communicate effectively in a virtual environment. How to avoid tripping over your technology. How to prepare a work goal Zoom background worthy of Instagram. Let's go over some tips for nailing your virtual interview. The first step toward a successful remote interview is to schedule it at a quiet, convenient time. Getting ready for a virtual interview is all about preventing disruption. Conduct your interview in a quiet, clean, orderly space, or at least as close to that as you can get. We can't always anticipate technical difficulties, but we can keep a forgotten password or faulty webcam from ruining a virtual interview. Anytime you interview for a job, whether it's in person or remote, you should come prepared. Here are some general tips on getting ready for a remote interview. Jobs have dress codes in real life, but they also have dress codes for the virtual world. When you turn your webcam on, the cozy home where you lounge in your PJs becomes a workspace where you need to look professional. It might feel silly to dress up just to go from your bedroom to your living room, but you want to make a good first impression. Do some research on the company to see if their employees tend to dress to the nines. If you're applying for a job in finance, law, or another highly formal industry, you should dress accordingly. Otherwise, a kind of extra special business casual is recommended. If you just can't decide, check out our guide to selecting an outfit for your job interview. One quick tip: some elaborate geometric patterns don't show up on webcams quite right. Stick to solid colors or simple patterns. We can't overstate how important it is to prepare for your interview. Take this seriously. But when the time comes, take a deep breath, and remember that this is really just a conversation between two people. If the employer wants to ease in with a little small talk, let them. Share an insight about a hobby you might share. Talk about something the company has done that you admire. Make sure to get across all the points you practiced, but don't be afraid to let the conversation take a slight organic detour. The more relaxed you are, the more authentic you'll sound, and the easier it will be to bring up all the great things you've done in your career. Since this is a virtual interview, there are a few more things to keep in mind. Within 24 hours following your interview, send a thank you note like this to the hiring manager. Show them you appreciated their time. Mention a topic you discussed the interview to show that you were engaged. And with an action the interviewer could take something like, "Please feel free to contact me if you have any further questions. I'm excited about what we can do together and look forward to hearing back from you." After you send a thank you note, resist the temptation to pester the interviewer about the hiring process. If it's been a few days and you haven't heard back, use these tips for following up on a job interview or application. This article originally appeared on CareerBuilder.com and is reprinted with permission.